Hi everyone, thank you so much and welcome back to the channel. You guys, we have got it all: mental health, movement, motivation, the whole nine yards. It's just so wonderful and gratifying to come to you and share these messages. I really hope I hope you're doing well and really taking care of yourselves, um, just in the midst of all the craziness that's going on in the world. We really have to take our commitment to mental health to a new level, because basically right now this stuff is just off the chain. It really is. It's I could go on and on. That's another video, but please make the commitment, get your resiliency plans in place, and do take care of yourselves more than ever before. We need it. So again, welcome back. Today I want to talk about making tough emotional adjustments. It's no other way to say it. I've been getting a lot of notes around this issue. I mean, people aren't sending the notes with this as the topic, but as I'm reading the notes, this has come up as a very appropriate topic for us to dive into. It is hard. It can be challenging, and it can certainly push us to the edge of the limits, just depending on how you are emotionally wired. When you have to make a tough emotional adjustment, some people can pull it off. Some people can pull it off over time. It may take more time than you want, and some people just can't seem to clear that hurdle. So I'm hoping that the information I'm going to provide today, if you are needing to make a tough emotional adjustment, I hope this video is going to support you in your sojourn in this area. So I got a couple of notes, and I want to address two situations the subscribers are going through, and they asked me to address them. And I'm bringing that up specifically because I do receive from time to time feedback, and someone will say, well, um, Sheila, you're sharing this information of what people shared with you. Let me be clear. The information, the stories I shared with you, these are issues that people have specifically asked me to address. They have specifically asked me to address. I'm not uh, sitting with anyone in confidence or in private and then like popping off on the program. The people specifically want information in these areas toward their healing. So I received a note, and this woman was basically laying out the situation. She had been in a long-term relationship. It didn't work out, but her and her partner decided to be friends. And I use friends in quotes. I don't know about you guys. This is a personal, very personal decision. I don't necessarily go in for this, let's exit the relationship and be friends. And when I say friends, I mean still hang out. It's kind of relationship like, but it's not really the full blown relationship. And the reason why I never really subscribe to that method of ending, or a pseudo method of ending a relationship, is because generally someone is still going to have lingering feelings. I mean, it may work out for the person who's a little bit further along, but if you're on that continuum and you still have feelings for a person that you are just friends with, that can be very painful. And so in this letter, she basically laid out they had decided to be, platonic friends, sometimes hang out, go to the movies, get something to eat. And her partner went on to start a new relationship. Now, how many people do you know that are going to be cool with Okay, you're still friends with your ex. Yeah, you guys can go get something to eat and hang out. This is why I don't go in for that. I really do like clean break, so to speak. I mean, something like if you want to be friends on Facebook or you see each other around town, that's a different story. But these exotic arrangements are usually ripe for something to blow up. So you can imagine she was still relying on her ex-partner, who was now her currently her friend, to do things around her house, certain things that she wasn't really skilled at. Situations came up with her furnace, other things that needed repair or fixing. So this was kind of part of this new friendship package. And basically, when this new individual came in, it was like, hey, I don't appreciate that. And of course, her ex was like, hey, I'm in a new relationship. I'm sorry. It's been nice, but I don't want to disrespect this new individual that I'm in a relationship with. So there you are. She was out in the cold. And, in the note, she basically went into just how gut wrenching and challenging it is to now. I lost the relationship. Now I'm also losing my friend. I'm having a very difficult time adjusting to the loneliness. I'm having to fill space. I'm having a difficult time just adjusting in general to this. I have basically zero access to this person. So this individual, she is inside a tough emotional adjustment. And I want to tell you flat out, this is a situation where if you fight this, you are going to bring yourself, there's going to be so much unnecessary pain if you continue to fight the reality of this situation. So I have to tell you, you're listening to a woman. I've had so many tough emotional adjustments to to deal with, and I decided early on, just because of how my brain is wired, those adjustments had to be made. It wasn't, I'm not one of these people that can like, hang out, linger in the middle, undefined circumstances and situations. It was to my extreme advantage to learn how to make tough emotional adjustments. And I'm just going to share with you the process that I've used over the years. And the first thing I want to share with you is you have to literally sit down with yourself and come to some kind of understanding and agreement. I'm going to go through some temporary pain. I'm going to go through some temporary pain for long term joy, serenity, and just calm in this area. Get clear that it's a trade. It's a trade. Anyone that tells you they have a shortcut, you're going to bypass pain, if it's a hard emotional adjustment, they're hard for a reason because they're painful. But once you understand, you know what, while I make this adjustment temporarily, it may take me a couple months, couple weeks, may take me 5 or 6 months, but I understand that's going to be temporary and I'm going to turn the corner. Then you move into something I call the white knuckle zone, meaning you white knuckle it. I do like cold turkey where it's possible. And why? Because when you white knuckle it and you go cold turkey, it almost always eliminates these emotional triggers. You deciding to keep this person around as a friend, that right there, see, you get some temporary pleasure, but then it's a pain in the butt. But when you say, you know what, I'm going to have to adjust. This person is not going to be in my life. They're not going to be changing light bulbs. We're not going to run out and get something to eat. When you just sit down with yourself and get clear on all the things that are not, okay, NOT, that are not going to be happening anymore, then you've got your map right there. This is how much time I'm going to need to fill. This is literally just what needs to happen so that I can go on. Will there be tears? Will there be pain? Yes, there will, but you will get to the other side of it. And let me give you the ultimate strategy that I have used for years, and I still use it today to get through. It will involve your smartphone. It involves let's be smart about how we use our smartphone. You guys, on this bad baby right here in my hand, there's about 15 um, pep talks and programs, pre-recorded messages to myself, any matter of category, anything that a person can come up against. I have a pre-recorded voice message for myself. They're powerful. Sometimes they're 5 minutes. I have one on here that's like an hour long. But whatever I'm dealing with, see, here's what you do. You do what is difficult when it's easy, okay? You do what is difficult when it's easy. I would suggest everyone listening to this program today, stop and get yourself some pre-recorded pep talks on your cell phone, because it's very powerful. It will get you through. When you're going through a tough emotional transition, you just literally open up that voice recorder on your phone and you give yourself, just like you're talking to an amazing friend, or like you would talk to your child if they were going through a situation similar. And you listen to it as often as you need to. If you need to listen to it 4 times a day, do that. If it's 4 times a week, do that. If you need a whole day where you're doing nothing but listening to the sound of your powerful, loving voice and guidance, that's what you do. You know, a lot of people hearing this, oh, this sounds a little bit out there. You guys, at this point, really, at this point, I'm beyond it. Whatever we need to do. Look, here's the litmus test. Is it legal? Yes. Is everyone safe? Yes. You're not hurting anyone, okay? Taxes are paid, all that. Whatever falls in that category, you're not hurting animals, you're not hurting children, not hurting anyone else. Please get your resiliency plan together. This stuff is off the chain out here. I've never seen anything like it. Casual cruelty. If I couldn't even describe to you adequately, in the last year, people have come out of their bag with strange things, drifting off, a lot of abandonment, lot of just things that if you don't have yourself mentally positioned, this stuff can send you over the edge. So when I talk about these tough emotional adjustments, you have to bear down and get prepared for the adjustment period. A lot of times we will avoid the pain because we don't want to go through the pain. I was sitting with a gentleman a couple weeks ago in a very abusive and toxic situation. His words, not mine. Sheila, this should have been over. This should have been over. I need to figure out how to stop running from pain, because the only thing that stands between me and freedom and a good life is that middle part where I don't have the companionship on the weekends. I have to figure out how to redefine myself, what to do with myself. You guys, stop running from the pain. You bear down, look at it head on, sit down with yourself, come up with the solutions. Many people, the only thing standing between them and a beautiful existence, this pain has got to run through us. You guys, there's some things, some type of pain we can avoid. But what I've seen in my life, I'm just going based off my experience, over 20 years of professional and clinical experience. And I've been on the planet, I'm well into my 4th decade, guys. So I didn't just fall off the turnip truck. Pain also does a wonderful service for us. It is transformational. It's the crucible, if you will. We are put in this crucible, and we are stirred, and the elements come together, and it can be painful, the heat being stirred around, but voila, then you come out and it's a new thing. It's a new creation. I can't sit here and lie to you. I'm not the woman I was 10 years ago, even 5 years ago, certainly 15 or 20 years ago. That creature, I embrace her, I love her. When you know better, you do better. But I am a new creation, guys. And a lot of it had to do with just deciding, okay, I have to deal with some things, myself, pain, what have you, but it's transformational. You gotta stop running from it. Bear down and get with the plan, okay, for adjustment, making those tough emotional adjustments. Now I want to get to the second letter I received. Okay, another woman has a new baby, and congratulations on your beautiful new baby girl. I'm so happy for you. I have a daughter myself, and I don't think it's just a miracle, and it's just a special, special bond. So you have a lot to look forward to. My sadness in reading your note is you're so sad that your mom as is too broken to celebrate this with you. I'm so sad for you, and I was so sad to read it because what you're doing is you're taking energy away from the bond in your baby. You're taking vital joyous energy, life force energy. You guys, uh, the book that I wrote, They're Not Coming, which by the way, it's on audible.com now. Um, where do you think that title came from? You think I just sat and, oh, I know I'm going to write a book about, they're not coming. This is based on real life circumstances, and I had to deal with that. So I'm not trying to be snappy here, but my message for you, I know you're going to watch the video. You can't get blood from a turnip. You cannot get blood from a turnip. It's impossible. Broken people generally produce fragmented, broken results. Your mom does not have it to give. Why? I don't get it. I don't know. I don't know the nature of the dysfunction of what's going on. But if you mess around too much longer, you're going to miss the joy and bliss that God has brought into your life. You're going to have to bear down and make the tough emotional adjustment that this is not what's available to me right now. From what you shared, you have a nice support system helping you with your child. I can't stress it again. You're going to miss it. Now, what you can do as part of your plan for making this emotional adjustment, give it to God. Give it to God. God is not the author of confusion. From what you share, you've done everything every which way you can. Every which way you can. That just lets me know this is something that is out of your hands. To me, if a beautiful new bundle of joy doesn't do it, doesn't snap them into reality, I don't know what it will take. I really don't. I mean, maybe the Lord will come to her door and, with a neon sign. I'm not sure. But I'll tell you this, I would be all up in my new baby's face and gaga goo goo, and let's go to the park, and let's sit and cuddle, and let's play, let me talk to you, let's hear some music. So you're gonna have to snap out of it. I don't have an elegant, soothing message necessarily, because this is the kind of thing where you just have to get straight on what you can get from a person and what you can't. And it's the expectation, it's the longing, it's the wishing, it's the hoping that does people. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, there's people, they're in my life per se, but they're in there, and they're positioned in a way where I don't long, I don't wish, I don't hope, I don't whatever. It's you're here. I don't come to those relationships with any level of expectation because it's dangerous. And it's dangerous because there's been so much disappointment. And once someone, I don't care who it is, whether it's a friend, it's a colleague, whatever, when you have good information, you're foolish not to use it. So I'm not saying excommunicate anyone, kick them out of your life. I'm saying you've got to reposition them mentally, and that's part of the emotional adjustment. If you are walking in a desert and you come to a waterfall with a cup, and routinely this cup, someone is knocking that cup out of your hand. It's not that the waterfall isn't here. I'm denying you access to the drink. I could, but I'm denying you access for whatever reason. That's a heartbreaking sight that you keep going to that waterfall for some water, guys. You need to find a different water source. That's it. I don't know what the reasons are for the denials, for the withholding, or for the brokenness, but I can tell you this. I've sat with a number of people. They couldn't make those tough emotional adjustments, and it doesn't always end in a pretty package. Some people leave this planet and they're still in these states of longing. They've still completely, their power is literally held by someone else. I'm not going to be happy until you love me. I'm not going to be happy until you give me that stamp of approval. Then walk in anger, walk upset, because you're not going to get it. So there's people who literally leave this beautiful, brilliant planet Earth still in states of longing because they refuse to go ahead and make that tough mental and emotional adjustment. So it's a choice. It's really up to you. What I'm here to do is just support you in a compassionate way, and share these messages. I open myself up for God's complete and total use. And if you send the letter, the only thing I can do is give you the best information. Is give you the best information as I understand it, as I have lived it. So I hope with all my heart that something I've said has made a difference. But I like to white knuckle it. I like cold turkey. I like getting God involved. I like putting down on a piece of paper, this is what I can get from this individual. This is what I can't. This is how and why I need to go ahead and make this emotional adjustment. It's going to be temporary pain for some long-term peace. You guys, if you're enjoying what I'm doing, please do subscribe to the channel, and I'll be right back at you shortly with some more empowering messages. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.